Hey guys, welcome to another Buzzin Chat Show here on Buzzin Pattaya. And as promised, I said to you I was going to start getting out and about. Now things are starting to be a little bit more relaxed down here. So I'm down on Jomtien Beach at Soi 7, just near Soi 7. It's a busy day today. There's a lot of people out, which is encouraging. It's nice to see. Really overcast. It looks like it's desperate to try and rain, but you know, hey ho, it doesn't matter. Could be worse. Could be in England and raining. So anyway, I'm not going to grumble about that. I want to say thank you to everyone that's been sending in the questions. We've got some good questions today, which I'll run through as we head off and go for a walk. How do you deal with getting the squits? And what's the most common reasons to get the squits? What do girls say about us in the bars? What about kissing and holding hands in public? Is that okay? Are ladyboys as dangerous as people say? And is Pattaya's reputation justified? So some good questions. But what we're going to do is I'm going to walk down, I'm going to spin the camera around, and we'll have a look at what's going on down here on Jomtien Beach, and at the same time I'll answer off the questions, and then we can just head off. And as I say, Soi 7, it's all right. There's lots of activity going on, as you're going to see. All right, so I'll spin the camera around, get my gear on. I've got to put my mask on. I've got my hat, got the juice and lot. So let's head off. All right, let's go for a wander. So the first question is, how do you cure getting the squits, and what gives you the squits here, generally speaking? And as you can see here, so we're going to wander down all the way down Sawadee Cup. We're going to head down towards the police station on the corner on the bend here. So the question is then, what gives you the squits? Really and truly speaking, it depends on you as an individual. I guess really the most obvious thing is the water here. Try to avoid drinking the tap water or getting tap water, especially brushing your teeth, things like that. Because if you are someone that suffers with an upset stomach relatively easy, then I guess the water is predominantly going to be the main thing that's going to cause you problems. And also the spices here. If you're not into spicy food, then pretty much all the Thai food that you get here will always have some element of spices in, and that may upset your stomach. So if you do struggle and you do find that that's your situation you're in, there's a couple of ones. There's a common one here at Thailand called Orida, and I'll put a picture up on it now for you. That's a pretty good cure for squits, as is Imodium. But I don't know, guys, have you got something that you can recommend? I'm quite lucky. I don't actually get the squits very often. Normally it's through a gutful of beer. I don't know what these guys are playing here. I guess tennis. I don't know, what do you call that? Is that tennis? I don't know. It's a bit of an animated serve, isn't it? Flipping hell. Come on, son, you should have dived for that. Hey, fair play to them. No. Oh no, they're doing their photo shoot. Right, anyway, so sorry. Maybe this walking around and trying to do the questions isn't a good idea. I don't know, maybe I should just sit down and focus on what you're asking me. So the squits then, yeah, so basically tap water, spices, they're the kind of things that you may find cause you problems. And Orida and Imodium are probably the two most common things that you should be using to help you with that situation. But if you have a technique, guys, please drop a comment below. What do you recommend to help you if you do suffer with an upset stomach? And look at this bad boy over here. See that? Look at that. There you go. Okay, question number 2. What do the girls say about you in the bars? When you're in the bars, now the girls always chat away and they laugh and joke, and it is quite common for people to think that they're getting talked about, particularly if in the banter that they're saying and the things they're shouting and laughing about, you hear the word phalang, because naturally, as you may or may not be aware, phalang is what they describe us as. It's a generalistic term, and if you are listening to them or trying to hear what they're saying or understand what they're saying, and then the word pops up, says phalang, then obviously your human nature would say, that you're being spoke about, but it's not necessarily true. In general, the girls talk about pretty much everything and anything. They talk about each other, they take the piss out of each other, they'll call each other one, which means fat. They'll talk about what they're eating. They're generally very happy people. I have to say, it's probably better to be oblivious to what they say as opposed to try and understanding, or if you do understand what they say. And I say that for the reason, not because of the fact that it will maybe offend you if you hear what they're saying, but more the point that they will then know that you understand what they're saying. And that's a game changer. If they know what you're talking about, that is a game changer. So they don't really talk badly about us. I think in all the time I've been out here, I did say to you before about one incident where the girls were taking the mickey out of my mate's big nose, thinking I didn't understand them, and they were being bloody rude, to be fair, sat right in front of us. So in the end I said to my mate, listen, do me a favour mate, just go over there, we're going to move on. And then I let rip, and they were quite shocked by the fact that I understood everything they said. So, you know, I don't think there's anything to be worried about. I guess human nature, we panic and think, oh, are they talking about us? If you're feeling lucky, there's a local lottery. One thing down here in Jomtien Beach is there's a lot of food vendors, and it's brilliant when the police do eventually come down. Not they've been around for a long time. You see them all scurrying along the beach, legging it, trying not to get caught. All right, next question then. So, is kissing and holding hands in public acceptable here? Well, the long and short of it is no. If you want me to be brutally honest with you, no. Those kind of affections are, generally speaking, kept behind closed doors. You know, if you think about it, look around, how many Thai with Thai people do you see engaging in that kind of affection? You know, kissing in public is just a no-no. It really is. And holding hands, you know, physical touch, again, is a no-no. Now, when you go into the nightlife scene of things, well, obviously the girls understand that perhaps where you come from, it's a more acceptable practice, and therefore what happens is they will kind of tolerate that behaviour and engage with you if that is your said desire. But in all honesty, it's really something that I wouldn't say it's frowned upon, but it's just not done. And certainly if you go up into the village life away from this area and you go into the rural Thailand, man, you will cause yourself, or not you, but you will cause your good lady some embarrassing situations that she'll have to talk her way out of, because it really is a no-no. So yeah, kissing and holding hands, no. Likewise, if you meet somebody, particularly if they're a Thai person, in a bar environment or a business environment, and you go to shake their hands, it's like a culture difference. They don't really appreciate that. You're better off just to why. And remember, because of the situation that you're talking about, and because of the fact that it's a business environment, then you would why with your fingertips to your nose as a mark of respect. All right, so we're down now by the police station on the corner here. If you come down of an evening, there's a lot of exercising and keep fit classes going on here on the public paths. It really is quite busy. So I'll just show you around this one corner, and then what we'll do is we'll turn around, head back, and I'll answer off the other questions for you. But it's really encouraging to see people about, a lot more activity, even being the fact that it is a pretty crap day, to be honest. So let's have a wander past the police station. They're fairly quiet today. But if you come down this side around about 5 o'clock in the evening and then walk up towards the water park, trust me, the scenery is fantastic, and I will get myself out there and show you very soon. Okay, so we're as far down there. If you just keep walking up there, you see there, let me just spin the camera. Okay, see over in the distance there, that tall tower? Well, that is the zip line for the Jomtien Water Park. So that's the direction that we're heading in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is spin back round. We'll head over back up to where we started up at Soi 7. And now the next question, I've got to be honest with you, is a bit of an open-ended question really, and it is, are the Ladyboys here dangerous? And I guess it kind of goes down to how you interact. If you're interacting in a silly way and you're trying to make fun of them and those kind of situations, well, trust me, you're going to be opening up a can of worms. You really are. In general, Ladyboys are quite, what's the word I'm looking for? Animated. They're quite full on. They're loud. They're fun. They're very touchy-feely. But you know what? I've got some really good Ladyboy friends, and they are just a scream. They're an absolute blast. But don't forget, no matter how they may appear, these are guys at the end of the day, and many of them have been schooled in Muay Thai as part of their upbringing, and they're not afraid to give you a right hook. So be warned. And I've seen some pretty brutal beatings handed out over the years here by Ladyboys, and they will think nothing, absolutely nothing, of giving you a right hook, quickly whacking up their stiletto, and they'll slam it onto you without batting an eyelid. So you know, be very, very aware of that situation in terms of the fact that they are very highly strung. And if you think you're going to be clever and stand there and start taking the piss and all the rest of it, trust me, you are walking into a minefield of potential trouble. Having said all of that, you know, at the end of the day, they are good fun. You know, we do have dedicated Ladyboy bars here, and you go into them if you want to go in with your mates and have a laugh. It is good fun. I know you're sitting there, if it's not your cup of tea, thinking, what the hell is he going on about? But trust me, it is actually good fun. And you know, just because you go into a bar, it doesn't mean to say that you've got to take things any further than the levels that you wish to take it to. And you know, it's a bit of fun. They are good fun. And especially if you've been out a few times and maybe you've got a mate out with you, you know, that could be a bit of a laugh taking them in there. Having said that, I'm now going to contradict myself, because also, if you do stitch a mate up, just be very wary about how you think your mate will react. Because if he kicks off and starts going mental because he realizes it's a chick with a dick, then again, going back to my previous statement, you could find yourself in a world of issues and in a world of trouble. So just think about it as to, if you do want to do that, how your friend will react, and are you able to intervene and calm what could be a very volatile situation down. But in general, Ladyboys are great fun. They are. They're very loud, they're very animated, very emotional, and they're just good fun. They're just good fun. Okay, last question. Is the Pattaya reputation justified? And by that, what the question was asked to me is, people that come here, that come to enjoy Pattaya and to Thailand, whatever, generally speaking, are tarred with the same brush. Now, is that justified? Truthfully, I think yes, because that's what it's predominantly known for here. Is it right? Wrong. I don't think it is correct in many respects. That, you know, you can come here, and of course people 99.9% of the time will just say, yeah, we know why you're going there, we know what that's all about. But at the end of the day, it doesn't necessarily have to be all about that. Of course we do have an incredible nightlife here, of course we do. But having said that, we also have some nice islands. It's a good culture here, you know, it's a good party scene, there's lots of good clubs here. So there is a lot of other things aside from the obvious. And in fairness, you know, you go to Amsterdam or Germany or New York, all these places, you know, they've got a fair share of it going on as well. It's just here, it's a little bit more open and it's a lot more in your face. So I don't think the reputation is wrong. I just think it's a sad situation that everybody gets tarred with the same brush. And that is what it is. I don't think it's going to change. So unfortunately, if you come here, you're going to have to live with that situation. That's what all your friends are going to think. Your family might think it but not say it to you. So there's a lot of things you've got to take into account. All right, so that's today's questions. Thank you very much for those of you that have sent them in. If you do want a question, please drop me an email, 247pattaya@gmail.com, and I will do my best to include it on a future question and answer show. But as you can see down here, you know, it's nice to see a lot more people about. It's encouraging. And of course, at the time of making this video, there's still huge uncertainties as to when international flights will resume, when you guys that are watching this, that want to come over, can come over. You know, there's a lot of uncertainty still right this moment in time. And it's a shame because, you know, we desperately need you. There's absolutely no other way of describing it. We need you here. You know, we're running at about 10% of what we're used to in terms of capacity of visitors, and it ain't good. All right. The nice thing about being out here is, even though it's a cloudy day, I mean, if I show you around there, you can see now, you know, it's cloudy and no sun, but it's still blimmin' hot. And that I will never be disappointed about. Lots of coffee shops opening up as well now, I've noticed. Seems to be more and more coffee shops. And on the subject of coffee shops, incidentally, if you go into LK Metro, the cave in LK Metro now is serving coffee. And yes, the waitresses are exactly what you're thinking in your mind right now. And you're thinking, really? And the answer is absolutely. So yeah, go to LK Metro and check out the cave, LK Metro's newest coffee shop. Fair play, absolutely fair play. So I guess being as it is, still no news of you guys coming over, still no real light at the end of what seems to have been an everlasting tunnel of disappointment. We've just got to stay focused and stay positive. There we go. All right, so I'm nearly back up the top now. I will go out and do a lot more walkabouts. I did a walkabout the other day, and that went down really well. People enjoyed that. I went over to Koh Larn. If you didn't see Koh Larn, part 1 was out on Saturday, and part 2 was out yesterday. Have a look. Now is an ideal time to get yourself over to Koh Larn. It really is. The island was virtually empty. Handful of people, that was it. And perfect for those of you that want to just chill out and relax. Lots of cups of coffee over there. And yes, you know what I'm saying. So have a look at those videos. If you didn't see them, check them out and have a look. And get yourself over to Koh Larn if you're here. And if you're still stuck back home, wherever you are, hopefully when you do get out, head over and take a look if you haven't been over there. Fantastic place. But yeah, so I will start doing a lot more walkabouts. I plan to go to a lot more of the islands, a lot more of the beaches. Incidentally, Banampur Beach. Man, I went up there before I came here, hoping to do this video at Banampur Beach, and it's shut down. All the chairs and the vendors have been scooped up and taken away. and all the food vendors there are all gone. It looks like it's undergoing some kind of refurbishment. I'm not quite sure as to what, but yeah, it's absolutely been emptied, which is a real shame. Okay, so I'm gonna head up now, just sit down and we'll wrap the video up. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I don't know, what do you think about these videos in terms of like questions while I'm walking around? I did say I'll go to other places and sit down, but I thought this one would be a walk around. I don't know if it's as good as sitting down and just answering the questions directly. What do you think, guys? Just drop me a yes or a no, please. Do we continue like this, or do we knock it on the head and I'll just sit down and focus on one aspect rather than walk around doing what we're doing here? Okay, let me just spin the camera around and we'll say our goodbyes. All right, guys, there we go. That's it. So thanks very much for those of you that sent in the questions. Hopefully the answers there are what you're looking for. And as I say, if you didn't think the walkabout, talk about and try and answer the questions worked, you know, guys, please, this is more about you than it's about me. Tell me what you think. Drop a yes or a no comment, and what I'll do is I'll change accordingly. No dramas. All right, that's it from me. Thank you very much indeed. As always, guys, please remember to hit the subscribe button and also the bell icon if you'd like to be notified when I bring out a new video. Guys, have a look at our members area. Check out that area. There's more and more members joining now, and also I'm getting in front of a lot more places now. So a lot of places are offering you a free buzzing shot when you get over here, as well as various discounts on services, food, restaurants, hotels, etc, etc. So have a look at that and join our Discord group. There's 4,000, I think it's 4,100 and something people on there now, and just join our Discord group and get involved and meet lots of other like-minded people just like you. And I'm just in the middle of saying goodbye, and the kids come up and ask me, do I want to buy some sweets? Because they got their, you know, they sell the kanom. They walk around the beach all day selling kanom. All right, that's it from me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please, as always, wherever you are in the world, stay safe.